want to say good morning to everybody. My name is Rick White from 180 Biz, and this is our Daily Dose, day number 2. And I want to ask you, please, in the very beginning, let's share this as many times as we can. Let's get this message out to as many people as we can possibly get it out to, because I truly believe this will make a difference. This is going to calm people down. This is going to get people focused on the right things. Okay? So please, start a watch party, share. Let's get this out there, okay? All right. So what is Rick going to talk about today? Yesterday I alluded to focus, having a positive focus. So there are 3 questions we ask ourselves all the time. And I wish this was my stuff. It's not. It's stuff that I've picked up along the way. Actually, this is from Tony Robbins, and I've applied it in my life over the last 10 years, and it has literally changed how I do things. I've talked for years in sales, the most powerful tool you have as a salesperson are questions. The questions you ask are going to be the things that create the environment that make it easy for your customer to say yes. Questions are so powerful, and what you're not aware of is that you, every morning, ask yourself a primary question. You ask yourself this one question every morning. It sets your mood, it sets your tone, it sets your focus. So if you get up every morning and you ask yourself, man, what's going to go wrong today? Do you think that question might create like blinders so that you're actually unconsciously looking for everything that will go wrong? And you know what the amazing thing is? Your brain is trained to help you find it. But here's the thing. You can change the questions you ask. You can start to ask yourself better questions, more elegant questions, questions that are going to be ones that you choose, ones that direct your thoughts. Because remember, our brain is a survival mechanism, and all it's designed to do is to keep you alive and conserve energy. That's it. So anytime it sees fear, it sees something to be afraid of, it's a good thing because it makes you aware of it. It makes you aware so that you can look at it and think, hey, what am I going to do different? What do I have to do to deal with this? But that's not how our brain operates. What our brain does is it contracts, it constricts, it makes us do less. Okay? So what we've got to do is train ourselves to ask better questions. Now, every moment of every day, we're asking ourselves those 3 questions. Let's get into the first one. The first one is, what am I focused on? What am I going to focus on? Okay? Now, think about that for a little bit. When you start that question, what am I focused on? Wow. I'm not aware of that. But once you understand that that question's there, now you can start to say, wow, I'm not happy. Why? What am I focused on? Or, wow, I'm really happy. What am I focused on? Or, I'm scared. What am I focused on? Because here's the thing. We have 3 questions we typically tend to ask ourselves. Let me ask you these 3 questions, and let me see if I can't help you kind of connect the dots, okay? So the first question we ask ourselves is, I'm going to ask you, you got preferences, okay? Your focus has preferences. So the first question I'm going to ask, do you focus on what you have, or do you focus on what you don't have? Do you focus on what you have, or do you focus on what you don't have? Now, this is going to be kind of a go-to thing where you're going to go into one of the 2 slots most of the time. If you're focused on what you don't have, it's easy to see how you could get ramped up pretty quickly because you're looking at everything you don't have in life. But there's another way to do this. If you're aware of the preference, you can start to make new choices. Instead of picking what looking at what you don't have, how about you sit down and start looking at what you do have? Sit down and look at the blessings that are coming from this very moment. the opportunity to connect, reach out, and be there to help other people, it's starting to pick up right now. You're seeing it. I'm seeing it in the news all the time now. It's amazing. But the first preference we have is, am I focused on what I have or what I don't have? And I think you can see from that preference which is going to make you happier on a day-to-day basis. The second preference is, do I focus on things I can control, or do I focus on things I can't control? Man, this moment right now is a perfect example. Are you going to focus on the coronavirus and all the devastation that it could potentially have, or are you going to focus on things you can control? Can you imagine focusing on what you don't have and then focusing on what you can't control? Can you see how that would create a lot of unhappiness, unease, dis-ease, and uncomfort and fear and doubt and worry in your life? I do. I mean, it's pretty obvious. We want to focus on what we can control. And if you remember, I'm going to be building on every talk we do every day. So yesterday I talked about the 3 circles of life. The circle of control, right? The little circle, the bigger circle of influence, and then the biggest circle of concern. It amazes me how many people put all their efforts, worry, and attention into the circle of concern. It doesn't help. It doesn't work. All it does is it frustrates us, makes us feel like a victim, and it leaves us feeling less. Okay? Leaves us feeling like we're less. We don't have any power. We don't have any control. I can't do this. I can't do that. Do not use the word can't. Can't is a victim word. Use the word won't instead. At least that has some power to it. I won't do that. Not I can't. So that's the second preference. Do I focus on things I can control, or do I focus on things I can't control? And then the third preference we have is, do we tend to focus on the past, the present, or the future? That's another important thing to think about. Because again, if I'm focused on the past, and there's a lot of regret there, and I'm focused on what I don't have, and I'm focused on what I can't control, and I'm focused on the past, that's just a recipe for bitterness. It's a recipe for living smaller than you're capable of living because you don't believe you can get any better. What about the future? Yes, as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as leaders, we have to be able to think about the future, but not stay there. Because if we stay in the future all the time, again, we end up with this victim thinking, this is the way it is, this is the way it's always going to be, and all of a sudden we're pulling back, we're constricting. Nor do you want to spend all your time in the present, right? You've got to be able to cycle back and forth. This is what I believe the future looks like, and this comes back to fear and faith. Both are future-oriented. Both are things that have not come true yet. But I'm going to tell you, more times than not, the things we fear come to pass because of our energy levels, our actions, and our reactions. We create our future based on our focus. So what I believe we need to do is we've got to be future-oriented but present here now. Understanding, we ask ourselves, what can I do now to create the future I want? What do I do now to create the future that I see, that I believe in, that I have faith in? And once I have that, then I pull back and I work on today. You know, John Maxwell once said that if there's hope in the future, there's power in the present. And that's what I need you to understand. What we need right now in this world are leaders, heroes. And what is a hero? A hero is somebody, an ordinary person, that is put into an extraordinary situation and steps up. That's all. and steps up, one that sees the potential and the future and is willing to, with authority, look at a better future and show people what they believe is true. Look at every great person that has been in life: Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all of them. And there's many, many more where they stepped up in moments of uncertainty and created certainty with their beliefs. So what I want you to do today, and I'm really working on keeping this shorter today, what I want you to do today is think about what you're focused on and think about those three preferences. Are you focused on what you have or what you don't have? What you're grateful for or what you're bitter about? Are you focused on what you can control or what you can't control? Huge difference. Last preference. Are you focused on the past, the future, or the present and the future? I want you to step back and look at those three things, because those three preferences, being aware of them, is going to change your life. Because awareness is the first step in growth. Awareness is the first step in becoming more. And I want to let you know that I believe in you. So please, share this video as many times as you possibly can. Let's help everybody out there get through this situation in the most positive, productive, and confident way possible. We have more power than we ever thought possible. You know, I'm going to get a little religious again, just for a second. You know, I truly believe that Satan is not out to do us in. He's scared of us because he knows the power we have. We have the power to create. He doesn't. He can manipulate, but he can't create. We have the power to create, given to us by our Creator. Let's use that power wisely. Let's create a blueprint in here that is positive and forward-focused. Look, it doesn't mean we're going to not run into some challenges, people. I get that. But we can adapt and overcome. Together, we can adapt and overcome and be stronger than we've ever been. So please, share this video. I want to say God bless. Tomorrow, I'm going to talk to you about question 2. It's another great one. We're going to keep the replays up. Go back, listen to them again, over and over again. These are great lessons. Lessons that I have learned and applied, or am applying, right? I'm in process like everybody else. Please, let's help as many as we can. I want to say thank you. God bless, and let's go make a difference today. See somebody that needs help and be that help for them. Take care. God bless. Have a great day.